What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pillow Talk, Moment with the Mobleys. I am Johnny Mobley Jr.,
And I'm Deirdra Mobley
and we are an ordinary couple.
with extraordinary purpose.
Yep.
Hey, y'all.
Great morning, great day, great evening, great night. Whatever
Really?
hemisphere you tuning in from.
If you
Great,
international, baby.
Great morning.
Great morning, guys.
Afternoon. Hope everyone's doing great today.
We are.
How are you, Mobley?
I'm well.
Are you?
Blessed, highly favored, on top, still rising.
Mhm.
How are you, sir?
Oh, wonderful.
That's good.
Outstanding.
Amen. You look good.
Thank you.
You smell good.
Thank you.
You taste good.
Really?
Good morning.
Oh my God, boy, you know something. So we got a special day planned today. You want to tell everybody what the day is for us?
It's our anniversary.
It's not our anniversary, Deirdra. Will you know something? This finna be one of them tapings right here.
No, I'm just playing.
What is today?
I play.
What is today?
Today is Saturday, the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it.
So today we decided, I'm not positive what's going on with my wife right now, but today we decided to celebrate we decided to celebrate Mother's Day. So let me tell you the reasoning behind this, because
What's the reasoning, baby?
last week
Mm-hmm.
was actually Mother's Day, which
Last
was
Sunday. It was last Sunday.
the 10th.
It was May 10th.
May 10th was Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we might have thought about doing something, but we wanted to do something today, the week after Mother's Day, simply because I don't think one day
Is enough.
is going to cut it.
Yeah, one day.
For mothers,
Mm-hmm.
for our great mothers out there. I know for a fact that, in my life, although I have a lot of strong men that I can lean on,
Mm-hmm.
that I can have impart into, I have a lot of women that can be and are very important, a very important part of my life and being who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
One of those women
Mm-hmm.
that plays a major part is Miss Deirdra Mobley
Right.
Jr.
The first woman. First lady in your life. It's Michael Jackson. That was my Michael Jackson impersonation. Yes, I am, baby.
So
Thank you for acknowledging me.
So today
Uh-huh.
I wanted to just talk a little bit about mothers. My
Okay.
mother, your mother, the mothers that we know
Mm-hmm.
in our lives.
Me first?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Now tell me.
What is going on with you?
Little medicated. You know, I was a little having some challenges, but I'm getting better, y'all.
Yeah, but you on here real bubbly this morning.
I had to take my medication on time.
Okay.
So hey, here you have it, y'all. I'm always in real raw form, but y'all gonna get some extra this morning.
Yeah, so do we need to tell them that they need to move the kids out the room? Then the kids don't need to listen?
Not talking about mothers, no.
You sure?
I don't think I could get raunchy with you about mothers. No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Because it don't take much.
It doesn't. However, am I a great mother to your children, Johnny?
I think you're an outstanding mother.
Okay.
I think you're an outstanding mother for a lot of different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got as many kids as we have,
Mm-hmm.
I think we didn't have a plan or a blueprint of how we was going to do this.
Yeah.
So kind of figuring stuff out, like on the job training type stuff.
It was definitely on the job training.
Yeah. So in our listening audience, they've already heard that, we had challenges individually as
Yeah.
well as together. Having the amount of kids that we had and trying to figure out the right things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I believe we found our sweet spot after a while. I always say this: Brianna's our oldest baby, so
She was like the test.
and Brianna, we love you, baby, but she was like the guinea pig.
She was the guinea pig.
Because we were like our first baby. We don't really know what we gonna do.
She was my baby doll.
How we gonna do? Yeah, so
She was my baby
it
doll.
was a little different. But as we kept having kids, we got better at what we're doing. Needless to say, Johnisha is the spoiled one, but she got a lot of parenting from her sisters as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe what you've done with the girls, instrumental in them being individuals, being comfortable being themselves and their personality, being okay with being sisters but being different, and they good with that. They support each other with that. Even our twins, they're different.
Yeah.
So I think you played an instrumental part in that, in helping them be comfortable with themselves and being able to make decisions and move forward and, not be afraid to try stuff. And it's just, you was the woman that would cook 5 different meals. Still not sure why you did that, but God
Because
graced
everybody
you for
wanted
it.
something different.
Yeah. That's not what your boy did.
Well, I know that's not what you did, but that was my way of showing them that I heard them, that that it mattered to me, that, what they wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Some may say, well, that was a whole lot. I would have just made one meal, and that's all they would have had was just one meal.
Because I did that.
That's what you did. But you were their dad. So.
Yeah, but I felt like I needed to be efficient. So that's what I was doing. But I always say that, what we have is unorthodox because it was not nothing in a book. It was not nothing. It was just us being comfortable with the decisions that we made and moving forward, because I did not make everybody individual meals. They were okay with me making one meal for everybody versus when
But I started them with that. So what's the saying?
Once you start something, bro,
you got to keep it up.
Yeah.
And so, but for me, it wasn't like it was a burden to do that. For me, it never was that, because I think that was a part of my way, because I was learning. We were learning. I was learning as I was going. So it was like, okay, well, you want something different. You want something different. Okay, well, let's get it. Let's set it up. Let's do it. And so that's, I think that was just a part of my way to show them that I, cared about what they, wants. Of course, we were responsible for wants.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, for needs.
Right.
But, that was my way of showing them that their wants were important to me, and that I would do the best I could as a mother to give them that. So.
I think you did an excellent job with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch roles for a second. So I'm going to kind of interview you as the mother.
You didn't tell me this part, baby.
Yeah, you like to pop stuff up on me, so surprise, pop.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that probably wasn't the right term. Whatever.
It wasn't.
Listen.
It was like surprise, pop.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
You becoming a mother, where do you think a lot of your characteristics came from? Do you think they were, well, I'm gonna let you answer. Where do you think a lot of the characteristics of you being the mom at the time, where do you think that came from?
Most definitely it came from me, what my mother gave me, and watching her be our mom, and for up until I was in, I think, fifth grade when she got married. Um, that was what I saw. I saw her.
Yeah.
She was, I saw my dad on the weekends, but I was mostly with her. And so that's what I saw her as a strong woman who worked like two jobs, I think. She worked at a hotel, and then I didn't believe she did like security or whatever. So it was like
Doc did
she
security?
did.
I
Don't be
can't
trying to
see
rag
Doc
on my
doing no
mama.
security.
Don't be trying to rag on my
Whatever.
mama.
Who Doc finna stop?
She was securing
Man,
somebody's
please.
business. Yep, she was. She was a
Wow.
security guard.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm for real. I'm surprised I didn't never told you that. It just
Yeah.
came back
I
to
just
me.
don't see Doc being no
She
security for
was,
nobody.
but so that's what I saw. I saw
She
her.
do got a little streak on her.
You know what?
She do.
Don't uncover my mama.
The-
Um,
Go ahead.
and so for me, I did and I adapted. Granted, she didn't have all of us at one time like we had all our kids, but I did what I saw her do. She took care of us. She cooked for us. She provided a home. Once we moved out from because we were a part of that generation where all your cousins live with you.
Yeah.
And you live at your grandparents' house. So we had a party every day, just us kids.
Yeah.
My sister's sibling, and then along with my cousins who just happened to live there. And if they didn't live there, they lived down the street and they were over there. So like all of us was at our grandmama's house. And so for me, my childhood, that was fun for us because we played every day. We had school. Our aunts, my aunts and their mom or whatever would make us matching outfits to wear to school. Somebody had the shirt on, somebody had the pants on, same print.
Yeah.
Or somebody wore a jumper,
Yep.
or somebody wore a dress.
Yeah.
And so that was my childhood. And so I think even from that, seeing things that my grandmother did, seeing things that my aunts did, is what I carried with me. Seeing things that my mom did, and you can attest to this. The one time the several times my grandmama would call and say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And I'd be like, "We good. How you doing? I'm all right. What you fed the kids for breakfast?"
Yep.
"Oh, I just gave them some cereal." "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't feed them kids cereal. You make them oatmeal, or you make them some grits and some egg. You need to give them something that's gonna stick to their belly." And I'm going
boy.
like, "Are you serious, lady?"
Grandmama Lindy,
Yeah.
boy. She
So-
was, yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
that lesson that I think I learned. I think it even goes back to the point of me making different meals to them. That was one way of her showing, us that she loved us, was about feeding us good.
Yeah.
I really think that's what it was. And, I think we were talking about this. I think it was me and you talking about this the other day about how my mom made sure that we had vacations. She made sure that, we were good.
Yeah.
And, we would have big vacations. We, go to Disney World for 4 or 5 days, pack up the car, pack up the sandwiches. So all those things that she did for us and the other women in my life, I think it helped mold me into who I was, even though it happened for me at a younger age or at a young age, where I think I know I still had growing to do. I was able to take what I had been given from them, my grandmama, my mom, of course, my grandmama, aunts, and what I saw them do, and I took that and gave it to my girls, and I learned how to parent them or how to mother them based on what their need was. I think a lot of people think that especially when they have multiple children, like you don't act like your sister or you don't act like your brother, but that wasn't, and they don't, because they're not
That's
the
not the
same.
intent, yeah.
Even with Bridget and Brittany, they're twins. They were in the womb together, but they were totally different.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was just, and I don't know if it was a lot of it wasn't intentional, because we learned as we went. We grew up with them, if
Yeah.
you want to say it. But I did what felt natural because of what I was given. And so, here we are. And I thought about something today. I thought about it last Sunday. I said, well, I said, God made me their mother, but we ended up friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the statement that you said was, I did what felt natural. That's a powerful statement, I believe, because a lot of people don't embrace that. Because it's not something that they can prove or something that they got in a book or something that they read, they feel like it they don't trust their instinct.
Right.
And I think I believe all of us are born with exactly what we need to do everything that we've been put on this earth to do.
Yeah.
At some point in time, we just got to believe it. So I believe because we were in the situation that we were, we had kids, and it was like, either y'all got to chalk it up, or I mean, it wasn't really nothing. It wasn't no or. It was just chalk it up. Y'all got kids. Y'all better handle the business.
Yeah.
I think I've never thought about leaving or anything. Well, that's a lie. I have thought about leaving a couple of times.
A couple of times.
It was a lot, man. It was a lot, but and that's the honest truth. But the one thing that I knew I could not do was leave my girls. I had to be the protector.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I did not know what that looked like at all, at all. But doing what is natural, that was a very, very powerful statement, because at some point in time you had to trust that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wasn't trying to hurt them. You didn't know if it was the right decision, but it didn't feel wrong.
Right.
So you trusted that, and that's where you moved at. So I think that's a very beautiful and powerful way of putting that.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, I would have never thought of that, doing what felt natural to take care of your kids. That's powerful.
Yeah. And I know, like I said, it wasn't that I sat down and said, well, I'm going to intentionally do this.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was, like I said, it was just, if it felt right, it felt, it wasn't forced. And so that's what I believe, that nurturing and that communication and that talking to them and playing with them and
Yeah.
all that cultivated the relationship that we have now.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I wouldn't trade that for the world.
It's literally, y'all, our girls are our best friends, and that's not an exaggeration. It is what it is. I have a relationship with my daughters, and it's different from my wife, but I know they love me. Deirdra, she literally talks to them every single day. If you got somebody that you have as your girlfriend or your best friend, and you talk to them about that thing, whether it's something going on with their body, or whether it's them feeling some kind of way, or whether it's that something in the bed, it's whatever. Y'all have no bars hold. Y'all talk about everything. I literally have to sometime move out the room. Hey, all right, let me go on.
Because y'all saying a whole bunch.
But the trust level is unreal. So, and I think that they could not give to you what they was not given.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important. And your mom, she played an instrumental part in that.
Yeah.
Now
Absolutely.
I know, with your mom, y'all didn't. She didn't marry your father,
Right.
so it was a mixed family, and did you think it was going to be different? Well, was it different? Did you ever? Well, I can't. I would say you probably would at some point in time would have wanted your mom and dad together.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But
it didn't turn out like that, and Pop and Vanessa. They're together, and Vanessa is a wonderful person.
Yeah.
I believe with your family, it's like some of the most beautiful people in the world, and they get along, and it's intentional.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing to see. I didn't grow up like that. I grew up with my mom and dad
with
from
your
day
parents.
one.
Right, exactly.
So it wasn't no
Yeah.
moving around. It wasn't no nothing. I didn't have any brothers. I got 2 sisters. So it was a lot. It was a lot that when we got together and mixed our 2 cultures together, I think that had a lot to do with how the outcome was going to be. But at the same time, we got some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Because my mom was also, she powerful woman, did everything. She was the wife, the mama. Mm-hmm. She was the super everything. Mm-hmm. So I just did not. That's why y'all hear me say in the earlier episodes that the way my mom moved and the way my dad is, that's got a lot to do with me because I'm very organized and I'm very structured.
Yeah.
So I'd like to put stuff in place and have it in place and have a pre-plan and a post-plan. I like to pre-plan stuff. I don't like to react to stuff if I don't have to. So whereas you can react to stuff, that's so crazy because you can literally react to stuff and be calm and cool about it. Whereas if something pops up out of the ordinary, it unravels me.
Yeah,
it unravels me. So you're the one in your little Tristan voice says, "Baby, it's okay." It's okay. I remember I snapped on you that time. I was like, don't talk to me like I'm a little kid. You were
so
like,
y'all, this is a side note. This is a side note,
she
y'all.
used to tell,
we
tell my grandson.
We talk about mamas, and we're going to go back to talk about mamas, but this is a side note. I always used to tell my, he's 5 now, but Tristan, he's the oldest grandboy, and we kept him for the first year of his life. Babysat him or, had a lot of caring for him because of Brittany finishing school.
Yeah,
and
so it was important for Travis and Brittany to finish school.
Right.
And we did not want that to be a reason why. So we kind of gave them that option.
Exactly. So now, we had him a lot.
So we
and so my soothing
anytime
anything happened to him, the way that I would soothe him, my soothing words would be, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. And so one time, Johnny had something going on, and I can't even remember if it was work related or something else. But I was trying to be that wife, like, babe, it's all, no matter the situation, that it's gonna be okay. You're okay. That's what I said. I said you're gonna be okay, and it's okay. You're okay. You're okay. And that's what I would use for Tristan. So this one day, I was trying to be that wife, y'all. I was trying to be his shero. And I was like, babe, don't worry about it. Everything's going to work out the way that it should work out. Just try to calm down. And I said, it's going to be okay. You're okay. And you would have thought that I stabbed him in the side of his neck.
Listen.
He was like, don't say that to me. I'm not a baby. I'm not Tristan.
What she said, I was very frustrated. I don't even remember what it was, but I was very frustrated. But she did not say it in that tone.
Oh my God.
She said it in the tone she said it to Tristan. And I think that would make me snap. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
She was like, she was calming me down, and she was being that woman that she always is. And then I think that tone, she was like, "You're okay.
Yeah,
you're okay." And I just looked at her. I'm like, "Joker,
don't talk to me like that. I'm not Tristan." And y'all know,
and her feelings.
Humble Sally was not there that day because I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, okay," and walked off. So in other words, Nick Wright, you figure it out by yourself. You soothe and console yourself and be all right by yourself.
Anyway, let's go back to the warm and fuzzy Deirdra.
Yeah, you crazy.
But so my mom, she was that chick. Me and my mom have I'm gonna tell y'all with our in-laws, and y'all probably heard this on a previous episode too. We have relationship with our in-laws that are is crazy. So at one point in time, I literally for a little bit, like a 3%, thought my mama loved Deirdra more than she loved me.
You want to fix that lie? Because you actually still do think that.
Well,
It's okay, though.
I don't think that now. I'm glad that y'all have the relationship
Exactly,
that y'all have.
because you've seen and heard other
Oh
stories
my
about people who
God.
have outlaws and not in-laws.
Yeah, and my mom,
So, yeah.
and the one thing that I can say about my mom and my mother-in-law, they respect our relationship.
They do. And they want the
And,
best for our
Yeah.
relationship.
Now I don't know what their thought process was in the beginning, but I know their thought process now is we trust y'all, you know, to make the right decision, the best decision for your life. So whereas I don't know what their thought process was in the beginning, but my mom, instrumental. We are some of the best friends now. Me and my mom can get on the phone and talk for hours.
About nothing.
It's about stuff. So when you talk to that,
I'm
why
just
you?
playing. I'm just
yeah,
playing. I'm
okay.
just playing.
But anyway, we can get on the phone and talk for hours, and it'll literally be like 3-4 hours later, and it's like, you know, talking to my best
Your
friend.
best friend, your home girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is great because her parenting went from who she was when I was younger to what it is now.
Yeah.
Now, although her parenting, you know, is not, I ain't gonna say it's not needed. It's not necessary now because of where we at, but it's definitely a different part of parenting now because when I do call her, she is there. If I have any frustration or anything that I'm thinking about, I can kind of talk to her and she give me good advice. You know, and vice versa. So it was strange in the beginning, but now, you know, it's good. And even with your mom, I can call Dorothy and talk to her just about anything. Every now and then she shocked me and called me.
Looking
and I'll
for
be
me.
like,
Is that a time when she's looking for me, babe?
every time she's looking for me.
Oh. And
But
can't
I
get me
don't
on-
hold that.
and
I don't
can't
hold
get
that
me-
against her though, because what she'll do is call, and she can't get Deirdra. She'll automatically call my phone, and then she'll be like, "Hey Johnny, how you?" I'll be like, "I'm good, mommy. How you doing?" "I'm good." "Your wife by you?" I'll be like, "Least you could do is just say what's going on with you or something. Pretend like you be trying."
She did ask you how you were doing.
Yeah, she do.
She does.
But that's.
But I know that because she's also the same as I said that your parents, I've known them since I was 14. You know what I'm saying? My mom has known you for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think my reaction when we went through the whole thing with when I got pregnant and all that went on with that, and just with them watching us and seeing us grow, they both have our parents.
Yeah.
You know, of course we're talking about moms, but they have the greatest, I think, admiration and respect and love for us because they saw us so young.
Yeah.
And, you know, making some dumb choices at times, but they still were there to support us.
Yeah.
Love us, tell us the truth, and love us through it. And so now they've seen us evolve into who we are. And so, you know, when she's saying, you know, when they call and they talk about the podcast, that just kind of makes me giggle because I'm like, wait, what? But y'all our parents. You know, why y'all calling us, telling us? You know, it just seemed a little funny to me.
Yeah.
But it also makes me happy to know that, and I don't know, it's not like they don't. I shouldn't feel like that because they support us in like everything we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it don't matter because I can call my mom and say, "Let me tell you this," or "Let me tell you that," and she'll be like, "Oh, for real? Oh, yes." And so here lately, our thing is, I'll call her and I'll say, if something happens, you know, God does something, and I'll call her and I'll say, "Girl," and she'll be like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, "Let me tell you about your daddy, God." And she'll be like, "Oh, tell me, what he did,
Lord
what he
Jesus.
did, what he did." So, I'm just we had a different, it was a parent-child relationship, and
Yeah,
now we've evolved into, no doubt that we still respect them
absolutely.
to the fullest. But I can call her and be that person with her.
Yeah,
I can call her and vent to her, and she does not say, "Well, oh, you can't say that because I'm your mother and you might." You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
She respects me, as an adult. She'll tell me if she doesn't agree with me, but we never get to the point to where we don't argue. We don't fuss and cuss and fight each other or whatever.
yeah,
It's just hey, she's a safe place that
yeah,
I can go to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so for that, like I said, and just kind of rolling back to what you said earlier, yours was a traditional family, mother, father, or those are your parents. Y'all had you and your siblings.
yeah.
And for me, it was like you said, blended. All the way around.
Untraditional. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
According to the world, I say
right,
that.
right. And everybody, granted, everybody have their stuff, whether it's traditional, non-traditional families,
Yeah,
blended, non-blended, or just whatever. Everybody had their stuff. We had our stuff. But in the end, you know, everybody turned out good. Everybody's good.
yeah,
And so for me, that's what it's about, like being good. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. Like I say, everybody got their stuff. But at the end of the day, if what's going on now hasn't taught me, and I think us anything, is that appreciate the people that you have, your loved ones.
absolutely.
Appreciate your parents, appreciate your children, because things can change in the blink of an eye.
Yeah,
And so it just puts you grateful, like on a whole nother level. It
absolutely,
really does. And
absolutely.
my mom and my niece came and picked me up the other day, and I took them out, just to see the house or whatever. And you could just see, it's like we're proud when our girls accomplish something.
Yeah,
You see that same thing in your parents and how they feel about us.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
So
still to this day, it's like
yeah,
to be able to make them still proud.
yeah,
That's just
yeah,
crazy to me.
yeah,
And us telling them, because my one of our biggest things is giving people their flowers and roses and things now,
right,
and not waiting
right,
until
right,
homegoing or something like that. So we are very, very, very instrumental in doing that type of stuff. We
yeah,
just don't. We just will not give. Look. If you did it, I'm gonna take time out
yeah,
to let you know you did it, and
yeah,
I'm proud of you.
yeah.
So
And I think that's something, a conversation. I would think I may have had it with you, or with you were in the room, I think, and I was having it with somebody else. When people say, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's your children, whether it's a friend or whatever, or a spouse, like you saying, I find a lot of people, whether they're writing it on a post or whether they're saying it, they say, when they're in a sentimental moment, like they say, well, you just will never know how much I love you. No, no. Don't tell me that.
yeah,
Tell me then.
yeah,
Tell me. Change that and tell me how much you love me.
yeah,
Don't say you'll never know how much. Just tell me. As much as you can put it into words, then just say it
yeah,
right then. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying? Or you'll never know, just how grateful I am for you. Well, then tell me.
yeah,
Tell me then, because like I said, things can change in a blink of an eye. So yeah,
yeah. That's a good point because we're honoring. Um, I've done
honor
some
your mother and your father.
I've done some research on
It's
honoring.
in the Bible.
Um, I don't know how many years ago, but just looking over some of the notes the other day that I took, it's amazing what honoring is and what people think honoring is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, honoring someone is basically you honoring them and respecting them for who they are, the way they will want to be honored. Honoring has absolutely nothing to do with how you feel and how you want to make them feel. It has to do with making them feel important, and whatever that is. So, when it comes to, like, for Mother's Day, what we did, my mom My mom called me on her birthday. I called her on her birthday and I told her happy birthday. And she said, I said, what you doing for your birthday? And she said, we can't really go nowhere. So I made me a key lime cake and I'm gonna eat some ice cream. So I said, okay.
You said okay.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom, man. Go ahead. What you want me to talk until you get back?
Yeah,
Man.
You was about to tell the story. Okay, y'all. Sorry.
Good, man.
Okay.
All right, what story about that?
You
About the key lime?
major.
All right, you ready? So on my mom's birthday, I called her and she said, I told her happy birthday and I asked her what she was doing. Of course, we in the COVID-19, so we being smart with our decisions and our choices. And she said, I made me a key lime cake and I'm gonna eat me some ice cream. I said, okay, look at you. And then she immediately said, boy, don't play with me. And I was like, you talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I said, what you talking about, mama? Don't play with me. You supposed to make me a key lime cake long time ago, y'all.
For my birthday.
For my birthday. I was sitting on that phone like,
he was startled. He was like, what are you talking about?
I had no idea what she was talking about.
She's like, your mom be sipping, Johnny, because when you told her.
So I'm thinking to myself, and I
cake.
really tried to think about it.
Yep, Gerald, he really did. Like,
I
when
was
did I
trying
tell my
to think about it, but at some point in time, I said, you know what? It don't even matter. I'm gonna get her some key lime cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do that. Mm-hmm. So on Mother's Day morning, we got up together. All right, I'm gonna tell the truth. So I told Deirdra to buy.
Cover you, baby.
I told Deirdra to buy the stuff, and I was going on Sunday morning. I was going to actually make it, and I got up and my job started working. Stuff started getting a little crazy, so I was in working, and Deirdra came out, and she just kind of looked at me and did a thumbs up and like, I got you. So she made everything. But because we are one, I can take credit for making these cupcakes.
You are absolutely right.
But Deirdra took it a little further. She made homemade key lime cupcakes and made homemade icing.
Y'all.
I said, she always trying to outdo somebody, boy. Anyway, we made the cupcakes and it was enough to take to her mom and my mom. So we took the cupcakes to my mom, and she was happy. And she was very, very happy. She started eating one right then when we ordered. Yeah, so, with that stuff like that, we take joy in. Because I could have, I didn't, although I did try to think of it, I'm human. So I might have said something and forgot.
Yeah.
And that's very, very possible. So instead of me pondering on that, I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's not nothing big.
You can make it.
I can make cupcakes.
But I think the biggest thing with that, and I know you say, well, let me tell the truth. Deirdra made them because we are one. I didn't go over there and say, well, let me tell you about your son. He said he was going to do so and so and so and so. And guess what? I ended up making them. But even when I picked out the recipe, it was so similar because with a key lime pie, I think I told you this the other day. With a key lime pie, it has a graham cracker crust,
Right.
and that actually balances out the key lime and everything. But with this, y'all, I found a recipe where the actual cupcake, the cake part of it was a graham. It had graham cracker crumbs in the actual mixture, flour mixture, and all that stuff or whatever. And so the actual key lime juice and the zest went in the icing, y'all, and it was freaking amazing. And I don't
Yeah.
even eat key lime, and so, but she enjoyed it.
She did.
She really did. And for me, when you got up, and I know that work was kind of crazy for you that morning, you got
Yeah.
up into some foolishness. So, my only response is you wanted to do that for her because
Right.
she said that. And you were like, well, does your mom like key lime? And I said, I don't know. I think she does. Well, it turned out that she
She
did.
do.
And so it was a win-win for all of us. And it took me maybe 2 hours
Yeah. And
to do it totally from scratch.
the one thing that I've seen that for whatever reason, I don't know if you noticed this, but bacon is kind of like your golf.
I
Bacon
think
is
it is.
bacon like the golf for me.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon is for you because when
Yeah.
you was baking, you were like in a whole different place.
Yeah.
And I was watching you, and you was going back and forth, and you was, talking to yourself. You had your music going, and you was, So I was like, she really enjoys doing this stuff. But my mom wanted the key lime cake, and instead of me having an attitude or anything about not remembering or saying, "Mama, you crazy" or something like that, we just went on ahead and made it.
Yeah.
And she was happy.
Yeah.
And we good now.
Yeah. And that's a
and
form of
it
honor.
wasn't that we was not good,
Right.
but we were good, and that's why I was saying the honor in that
That's a
was
form of honor.
not me honoring her the way I want to honor her.
Yeah.
But I'm honoring her the way she would want to be honored.
Yeah. Yeah, because she
And
talked
that's
about
what-
them cupcakes, y'all. And
Yeah.
I don't think she shared any with my father-in-law.
She
So now I'm
didn't.
going to have to make him some.
She didn't. Jay dragged his foot one good
He
time.
did, and he fell
And
asleep.
she fell asleep, and she was
And
over there
she was
talking about
on it.
She was, Jay, you want to come? He not saying nothing, John. I was like, Mama, you whispering.
Right.
He can't hear you. Anyway, but with the honoring part, that's what makes it
It's
so
simple
important.
things. Yeah.
It's not about you. It's always about the person that you're honoring.
Absolutely.
So that's what our honor was that day.
Yeah.
With so I'm gonna shift a little bit
Okay.
and ask you a different question.
Okay. What's the question?
All right. So now the babies that you was a mother to, now they mamas. How you feel about that?
Ugh. I feel amazing because of the fact that now I have these little people that are in our world now, and we can love them, and well, I do feed them as much as they want of whatever they
Anything
want.
at any time.
And
Time,
their
y'all.
mothers try to blast me for doing it, but I have to remind them that I'm your mother and these are my grandchildren, and things are supposed to be different when they come to their grandparents' house.
Yep.
Don't try to dictate to me what to do.
Me and
I know
Tristan-
that's your baby. However,
It's
let me
whatever
do it is.
we do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we do it. Me and Tristan be
Yeah.
up 12 o'clock at night playing the
Yeah.
game, and he be having one eye open and one eye closed because his mama and his daddy, he go to bed at a certain time. But at Granny, at Bubba, and Gigi house,
Yep.
what you want to do?
Yep. What you want to do?
But anyway, the how does it, make you feel as far as seeing them and, knowing them as your children, still knowing them as your children, but now
They're in a different role as a
some
mom
of them are
themselves.
children, and then they're moms and wives.
Yeah. The great part about that, Johnny, is the fact that I was able to be there for their births. Even though I missed, who was it that we missed? Did we miss Rick? We missed Aubrey's because we were out of town. with
Yeah.
ministry.
Yeah.
We were out of town with ministry, and her due date actually wasn't yet. So we were like,
And she had to-
we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And she had her when we were out of town.
Yeah.
But just the mere fact of I'm sorry, that was Rick. I was there for Aubrey.
What was
Remember?
Working?
Probably, but it was a certain amount of people that could be in there anyway.
Yeah.
So I was there for Aubrey. That's who it was, and then of course I was there for Tristan, and I was there for Taj. But I think with the actual delivery for me, that was with Brittany. You were able to be in there as well.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was a moment of like, just I know we cried. Because it was beautiful. It was like, now your child is having a child.
Yeah.
And so I truly, when I see them, even as early as when they first started, when they first brought the baby home and up until now, because the babies are, getting older.
Yeah.
I think for me, in the beginning, it was like, I would try to, tell them things to do and stuff like that when they would have issues with something's going on with the baby, or if you're this, or I gave them that motherly advice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be forceful with it and like I'm telling them what to do. But I just said, hey, remember when the baby sleep, try to get you some rest too, because it can be overwhelming. And just things like that. And they knew they could call me as well as, call their grandparents or their in-laws for suggestions or advice and everything. But for me it was, and even to see them now, and I know we talk about this a lot, like when we see things that they do for their kids that I did for them, you'll be like, if you ain't your mama's daughter, and so for me that's a fulfilling experience that, even though a lot of the times I didn't know what in the world I was doing as a mother. The things that I gave them, right? They took the things that I was able to give them, that God had placed inside of me, that I had gained from, my mom and my grandmama and my aunts and stuff. They took that. I deposited that into them, as well as like I said, what felt natural to them, and now here I see them reciprocating the same things to their children. So for me, that's a feeling of joy. I take great pride in knowing that because I did the best and we did the best that we knew how to do. Yeah. And when we did make that decision to say, okay, God, for so long we've been thinking that we've been doing this by ourselves, but you've been here the whole time. So, and then we got that relationship together, by ourselves, as individuals. Yeah. And, we let him invade our lives and our marriage and everything. And we said to our kids, or we began to walk into what he was calling us to be, and who he was calling us to be. So they were there to see the before acknowledging Christ and the after and what is to be now. Yeah. And so that makes them, I'm even more so, I'm happy when people say, congratulations, go y'all doing good, y'all doing, good things to help people, and not even just about the podcast, but just in general. Yeah. But it makes me feel even the best feeling is in the world is for them to say, go mama. Yeah. You're doing good. Yeah. You look good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of you. Because you hold it down. You're a great mother. I can call you. I can talk to you. You give me the real. You give me the raw. So that's a feeling of accomplishment for me. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no trophies. No amount of money, no trophies, no, the greatest accolades in the world can take the place of their saying that to me as a mother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because and you laugh about it all the time. The times when, they rag on me about how I used to drive like Momzilla, trying to get them to school on time and get to work on time.
Yeah.
You know, those are memories that will never be erased.
Yep.
Me taking them to school, you know, when they got in college and they weren't driving yet, to take them to school or didn't have a vehicle yet.
Yeah.
Me taking them to school and sitting outside and reading a book or talking on the phone or listening to the radio while they were in class.
Yeah.
And to only, you know, it to last an hour and for me to bring them back home or to do, because I was that parent, because that's what my mom showed me.
Yeah.
Like, you're there for your kids.
No matter
you
what.
do right, no matter what you do for them, you take care of them to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you do what you know to do. And then when you learn better and when you grow and when you know better, you do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You pour into them, you know, everything. Like I said, when we knew better, we did better. So then we start pouring even more into them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, when God would give us things, even to this day, you know, when he says something to me that's specifically for them, okay, let me text or let me call. And they made, you know, one thing, and what was funny was, and you'll remember this, it was a guy that Bridget had started to talk to, and so, you know, we met him and stuff like that, and I ended up having, I think I had a dream, and
I remember
the Lord directed me. It said, okay, Google him. And I'm thinking, but why? You know, he already, you know, says who he is, where he's from, da-da-da-da. And I ended up finding something that wasn't kind of favorable, but not that I judged him and said, oh no, Bridget, you can't talk to him or whatever. I went to her and I said, the Holy Spirit led me to this.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you this information because you need to have it. What you do with it, that's on you. But just, you know, be careful or just whatever.
Yeah.
And
we've done that. We've done that their whole lives.
Yeah.
We've never. It was some things that we put our foot down and said, no, you can't.
Yeah.
But then it was other things we said, okay, you want to do this, but let's do this. I'm going to give you a couple of more options. I'm going to give you a couple of more things. Now, here you have all the information. Now, make the best decision that you need to make.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think, you know, we continue to do till this day.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Well, this is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to, of course, I honor you every single day.
You do.
And I want, you know, everybody under the sound of my voice, if you're here because of a mother's womb.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's the vehicle. That is how you got here. So, and I'm not taking nothing away from anybody. We don't condone abuse. We don't condone abandonment. We don't condone none of that stuff. But sometimes when you horn stuff and keep stuff, you're angry about things and you don't know the details of what it was, why a person made a decision that they made. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like you take on a burden that you don't know why you have. Mm-hmm. So forgiveness, and you guys probably have heard this a million times, but it is so the truth. Forgiveness, forgiving someone for anything is not for the person. It is for you.
Yeah.
You forgive people to release something from you, to cut something off of you, so that you have room, a fresh place for something brand new to attach itself to you. That will be favorable, that will be beneficial, that will help you grow, help you evolve. Yeah. But as long as you have stuff on you that you're just holding on and won't let go, then it's hard for you to focus on other things.
And I think, are you saying that for like people who didn't have the best relationship?
Right, did not have the best relationship with their moms.
Yeah.
I would say work on,
yeah,
you know, work on forgiving.
Yeah.
You know, and make the best decision for your relationship with your mom, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be, from a 0.5% relationship to 1,000% relationship. Yeah. Whatever that may be, the best decision for your life and moving forward. But the one thing that I can tell you, forgiveness is 98% of that.
Just
It's
it's
98% of
important.
that.
And I just thank God that, you know, and I tell people this all the time. I have a great mom, and I thank God for her. I have a great mother-in-law, mother in love. Whatever
Yeah.
she my road dog.
Yeah.
You know, and I thank God for that because I don't have the horror stories of of craziness that went on.
Yeah.
But that's not other people's testimony.
Right.
And so, like Johnny said, you just have to find a place, and even if it's of course, if that person is toxic and this and that or whatever, and it adds danger to your life and all that stuff, of course, we're not saying, oh, just invite them on in and they be there every day. And, it is what it is. It's by a case by case situation.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the Bible does say, honor thy mother and thy father.
So
That
your
your
days may
days
be long.
will be long.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, you don't get to choose who your parents are.
You don't.
You don't. But at the end of the day, you love them and you honor them, and whatever that relationship is, you try to be.
Yeah.
You try to be the person that God told you to be, and do what's necessary in that relationship.
Yeah.
And show love. And if they're dealing with something that they may not know how to give love, or haven't been loved themselves, you be that person to show love.
Yeah.
Because when you show love, you know, it overpowers. It really does. It
Yeah.
overshadows all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it, and do it for yourself. If you're holding on to anything, do it for yourself. Forgive for yourself. Even
Yeah.
if the other person don't receive it, you do that for you, and you keep it moving. But always honor them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it says honor thy mother and thy father so thy days may be long, for just for a little bit of clarity, it's not saying God go kill you if you don't honor your parents, but it's saying that you can literally kill yourself.
Huh.
Because if you holding on to stuff and you have no idea why you holding on to it,
Yeah.
if you have no details of why you holding on to it, if you don't forgive, negativity is scientifically proven. It's been to hurt you. So
Physically,
it's
mentally,
been biblical.
emotionally. Jesus.
It's been biblical.
Yeah.
But now, we have scientists that actually come out and say negative thoughts, toxic thoughts, this
Yeah.
stuff can kill you.
Unforgiveness.
Yeah, it can
It
kill
puts
you.
stressors on your body that we weren't created to carry.
Yeah, so
And
it's
so we don't that's why we try to, as much as possible. And there are times when Johnny got to remind me and I remind him, we're speaking positive thoughts. We're
Yeah.
speaking life. We're speaking, what I'm saying? We're going to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Life is not going to live us. We're going to enjoy life.
And it's
We're
intentional.
It's intentional, absolutely. And I know, of course, we're going to do something because we honor fathers as well, and that's coming up. And but it's a good, great feeling, and I'm extremely grateful that when I can call my mama and say, hey, what's that you used to make, or what's that mama used to make, and how did she make it? What
Yeah.
do you I think a few weeks ago I had to call her about some lima beans because I had never done them without doing them in the crock pot. I never did them like just in the regular pot with boiling the meat down and adding to it. I would always just throw everything in the crock pot. And so I called her to make sure that I was doing what I needed to do for it to come out right.
Right.
And so the end result was she, said, okay, we'll do this. Don't do this. Yeah, don't put this in it. Don't put that in it.
Yeah.
And I did, and it came out great. And so here we go with another conversation of, girl, let me tell you about my lima beans. They
Yeah.
was bussing. So yeah, I got that type of mama, y'all, and she'll be right there with me, laughing.
Yeah.
But those are the memories that I want to cultivate.
Yeah.
And those are the memories that I'm. Those are the times that I'm blessed that we have. It blesses me that we have those kind of conversations and those type of relationships with our moms,
Yeah.
as well as what I'm able to give to all of the girls, and for them to still honor me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
we're gonna bring it to a close now,
Amen.
but this was, you can call it whatever you wanted to call it, the remix Mother's Day episode.
Honor your mama every day.
But I just wanted to, literally talk about moms today because moms are not just important on Mother's Day. They're important every single day.
Every day. Yeah.
And they are a vital, vital, vital part of who we are today.
Yeah.
So to all the mothers out there,
yeah,
we wish you a happy mother's life.
Ooh, happy mother's life.
Happy mother's life.
How is
we
that
pray
going to
that
work
you.
in my favor?
I got some stuff.
Okay.
Happy mother's life. We pray that the blessings of God lie at your feet.
Overflow.
Consume
you.
And that goes for the mothers who don't think that they're good mothers.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to mother does not mean you're not a good mother.
Yeah.
My wife said something powerful on this episode. She said, I did what felt natural, not what felt easy, not what felt right, but felt natural. And that is that's a woman's instinct. Y'all have that. That's a part of you that God gave you.
Yep.
And until you trust that thing in you, then you can't do that.
You'll never know.
A book, a show, a seminar, a workshop, it helps and it gives you tools, but it cannot give you that.
Yeah.
Because if we don't know nothing else, we know that every single person in this world is different. And because they try to be like somebody, that does not mean that they have found their identity.
Yeah.
Everybody's identity is completely unique. So I thank God for you because our kids, our girls would not have that powerful, unique identity that they embrace if it wasn't for you. So.
Amen. Thank you, baby.
And that's big. That's something I couldn't give them. I can do a lot of things, but the one thing I can't be is a woman.
Yeah.
So
and I can be a man.
Yeah, so I can't be a woman. So, going through the feelings that you feel, they might not have the exact same feelings, but it's close to it. Yeah. And it's something that if you haven't felt, you thought.
Yeah.
So, you have more to give them in that area than I have. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I can still be a daddy and be there for them in the way I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need that. And it's a blessing that y'all relationship is what it is now because, y'all the best of friends. So, like I said, happy Mother's Life to everybody. We want to send a special shout out and happy Mother's Life to Geraldine Mobley, my mother. And Dorothy Cooper, my mother-in-law.
My mama.
So everybody else that's connected to us, our daughters, our siblings.
Yeah, Brittany and Brianna.
Yeah, everybody. We wish y'all a happy Mother's Life. And it's just not one day, y'all.
It's every day.
It's not just one day. So hopefully this is something that will wake the world up to say, hey, we need to not only appreciate people.
On designated holidays, but every day.
We need to appreciate moms. Yeah, because it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
It's a 24/7 job. Yeah.
A text.
Yeah.
A Cash App. I'm still trying to get my mom on Cash App. Praise Jesus.
Yeah, you just got her a new phone. She just got a smartphone, so
we
had to get her off the. Well, my mama the same thing.
Well, yeah, she is.
My mama ain't got a smartphone till they could not fix her flip phone.
Don't do it.
They ain't had no more parts.
Don't do it.
That's how my mama had a flip. Anyway, I blessed God for him. But yeah, we want to, definitely a special shout out. And let me also say this. Because you're a woman and you did not birth a child in your womb does not mean you're not a mother.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again. Because you're a woman and you have not birthed a child out of your womb does not mean you are not a mother. Yeah. You're still a mother. You're still a mentor. You're still an icon to somebody.
To somebody. Whether it's your nieces.
To somebody.
Nephews. a child, in a, a mentoring program.
Yeah.
Excuse me, at your church.
The little girl down the street, the little girl at your church, the little girl, wherever in the grocery store that work there that admire, the clothes that you wear or the car that you drive, whatever it is, you never know. Yeah. You never know when the opportunity will come to where you will speak life into a young woman. Yeah. So I tell every woman to honor who you are, because that's where honor comes from. If you don't honor yourself, it's hard for somebody else to honor you.
That's good.
So honor yourself, respect yourself, move in your skin comfortably.
Yep. Fill your space.
And forgive. Forgiveness is for you.
And not for the other person. Amen.
This has been Pillow Talk. You got anything else, babe?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Happy Mother's Life.
Happy Mother's Life.
I'm going to go after we get off here and find out what benefits I get from him, because I had all of his babies.
Girl, you got the black card, the platinum card.
2 at one time.
You working on a Land Rover. You got some stuff happening for
hallelujah.
you. So,
thank you, Lord.
Yeah. So,
because I'm an honorable woman.
She's an honorable woman.
Lord. Thank you, babe.
Y'all, we appreciate y'all supporting us and following us. Stay tuned. We got so much more stuff. Yeah. This has been Pillow Talk, Moments with the Mobleys. I am Johnny Mobley Jr.
And I'm all his baby's mama.
All my baby's
Deirdra
mama.
Mobley.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all. Have a great day.
Night.